If you have a name Eslam, it's a lot of fun going through LAX Heathrow. I've been actually handcuffed and arrested 3 times. I'm at LAX and they open my passport. They go like, your name is Eslam? No, it's Eslam, sir. Eslam, sir. Where the hell did you learn English? It's Eslam. And you're from Iran? Iran? I don't care if you ran. Okay, lose weight, I don't care. But I'm from Iran. That's where Saddam Hussein was, right? It's always some redneck from the south. They're supposed to just say yes or no, sir, and let you go, but they become smartasses. Like, that's where Saddam Hussein was, right? No, that's Iraq. And that is, you know, they're 2 different countries. There's a big difference between them. Like what? Well, Iran is the one with the weapons of mass destruction, if you don't know. If you don't believe me, ask my friend Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. And then it goes like, your name, really? Your name is Eslam? Is that really your name? I'm like, no, I just chose this name right after September 11. Just so when I'm at the airport, I get searched, cavity searched. But I tell you, I'm starting to like it. No, don't get me wrong, I'm not gay. My boyfriend is though. He was at the perfect. I actually love women. I love everything about women, from head to toe and in between, which makes me a lesbian by Los Angeles standards. Guys like guys, women like women here. Would you mind removing your clothes? I'm like, why? I said, do it, sir. And you can't argue with them. So I do it, and I'm like, would you mind removing your underwear? You're not going to find Osama up my ass, and that's when you get handcuffed. But before you get handcuffed, you end up doing the Iranian Macarena dance. Have you seen the Iranian Macarena? It's Iranian Macarena. So, and these smart asses, they go like, have you thought of changing your name? I'm like, why? He goes, your name is so ugly. I'm like, sir, Islam means peace. And if you don't like my name, you can kiss my associate degree from UCLA. Thank you very much. Drive carefully, and please do not drink and drive, because you're going to hit a speed bump and waste that drink completely. You spill it. And when I came to this country, you know, a lot of things were confusing for me. When I was in school in Howard University, which is predominantly black, and you're like, what the hell were you doing in a black school? Well, back then I was hairy, okay? From a distance, I looked dark as black people. So, you know, I remember when I was hanging out in the party, it was the most confusing time for us. When I was hanging out with my friends, Juan and Tyrone, the Mexican and the black, well, you can figure out which one was white. And they go like, hey, yo, Anthony. Well, Islam in English means Anthony. You want to get high? I'm like, what? You want to get high? What? Hi. Hi, how are you? No, you want to get stoned? I'm like, no, I did not have sex with a married woman. Why do you want to stone me? You got to realize, when you say you want to stone someone, you get stoned, you literally get stoned. And I'm like, no, man, you want to smoke some grass? I'm like, America, what do you get it? Country. Here, after they cut the grass, they recycle it and they smoke it. Yes, why not? So, you know, when you smoke grass, you talk a lot of shit that make no sense. Right, sir? Right? You do grass? Coke? Pepsi? What do you do, man? You just hold a microphone, imaginary microphone in front of you. Now you put your hand down. What the hell? Anyhow, so we took a puff at a joint, and like one grabs the joint and it goes like the subject of where Jesus was from came up. And it's like, well, Jesus had to be Mexican because his name was Jesus. His mother didn't know who his father was, and he was always in trouble with the law. I'm like, what the heck? Give me that stupid cigarette. Jesus was not Mexican, he was not black either. I prove it to you, and if you argue with me, I take you hostage. Okay? Jesus was Persian because he lived in his mother's house till he was 33 years old. And just like he went in the same business as his father, and understand, because his mother told him to, because you know, if you're Persian, if the neighbor's son is an engineer, you have to be God, okay? And just like every Persian boy, he thinks his mother is a virgin, and his mother's son thinks his son is God's gift to women all over the world, and no woman on earth is ever worthy of her son. A lot of Persians are here tonight, and are there any non-Persians here?
Yeah.
Oh, are you American?
Yeah.
Take him hostage! Take him hostage! I can't see you, sir. It's so dark. Are you black? Yeah, just anyhow, we do things that are different than other nations. Like, با این گرونی بنزین, with how expensive the gas is nowadays, if you drive 10 miles to return an item to a 99-cent store, you might be Persian. If you ask for a price check at the 99-cent store, you might be Persian. If you get a job at the 99-cent store, so when you shop there, you get 50% discount, not discount, but discount, you might be Persian. Do Persians know what a cunt means? No, they don't. Okay, I just want, because we say it every day. I say, my friend, give me discount. It's like, excuse me, that's my wife you're talking about. If you haggle over the price of the stamp at the post office, you might be Persian. If you lose 10 pounds by shaving your back, you might be an Arab. However, if you lose 5 pounds, you might be Persian. If your biggest dilemma in life is pork half price on sale, you might be a Muslim or a Jewish Persian. If your parents come to this country twice a year to collect their SSI checks, even though they haven't lived a freaking day in this country, you might be Persian. If you talk shit about your wife to your mother, you might be Persian. And if you divorced your wife 5 years ago, your first wife, remarried, and still don't let your first wife date any other man in the world. I see a lot of open source here now. If you get checks under 4 social security numbers, yet you constantly bitch and complain, oh, America is not the country to live in. This is not my homeland. You might be Persian. If after 35 years in this country you still cannot spell worth shit, you might be Persian. If by looking at a woman's ankle you go, what a nice piece of ajab TKE, you might be Saudi Arabian. If your sister is hairier than you might be Persian. If a day comes that the law changes in America and as a foreigner, you become the president of the United States, your parents are sitting in the front row and the Americans are sitting around them, and everyone turns to your parents and say, congratulations, your son is the president of the United States, you must be really proud of him. Your father or your mother, or both of them simultaneously in stereo, they go, oh, no, you should see his 2 other brothers. One is a doctor, the other one is engineer. You might be Persian. Ahmadinejad has been coming to United Nations for the past 8 years, right? 8 years, and every time they put him in the Hilton Hotel, and then he goes on stage and on the microphone he goes like, Israel should be wiped off the map of the world. Dumbest thing you can ever say. He's watching the biography channel and he notices Saddam Hussein was dead, was killed, Gaddafi was killed, and also Hosni Mubarak is dying. So he gets scared, he goes, shit, I wonder if I'm next. So he goes, my friend, please, can you show me the person who can tell me what happened tomorrow? Oh, you want a psychic? Psychic, kickside, offside, penalty, I don't care. So show me. So they take him to a psychic and it says, yes sir, what can I do for you? He goes, can you, my friend, tell me what day I, Ahmadinejad, will die? And the psychic suddenly said, of course, you're gonna die on a Jewish holiday. Really? On what? On a Jewish holiday. Which one? But it doesn't matter. Any damn day you die will be a Jewish holiday. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You have a great evening. for your attention to the show. Iranians are not terrorists. Iranians are not terrorists. Iranians are just tourists. Yeah, but your parents keep coming here every year and they never leave. That's right, they come here to try to get the oil money back from CIA. How? By collecting and cashing SSI and Social Security checks. We are not terrorists. We have great kings. You didn't even know where Iran was till we took you hostage on November 4th, 1979 at 11:38 a.m. How do you know the time? So, because my father was one of those students who took the hostages. Okay? We have great kings. We had Kurosh. We had Dariush. What did you have? A stupid president named Bush. Well, which one, the father or the son? Then I have father, son, same shit, different smell. And we could not even be terrorists even if we wanted to, okay? If it goes, what do you mean? If our parents found out we became terrorists, they will kill us. As soon as we are born, there's a stamp in our forehead. If you're a boy, you have to grow up, become a doctor or engineer. What if you're born a girl? You grow up to marry a doctor or an engineer. And that's attack on 9/11. We Iranians were not involved. You're a stupid director, okay? Yeah, that attack was organized for 2 years among 18 men like clockwork. So what's your point? You put 2 Iranians in one room, after 10 minutes they want to kill each other. Which had an attack, okay? And the car they found at the Logan airport was a Mitsubishi, okay? You find me an Iranian outside of the Mercedes-Benz, it's a lease, okay? Anyway, outside Mercedes-Benz or BMW, BMW, okay, BMW, I will give you $1,000, my friend. And then he goes, you know what? Have you thought of becoming a comedian? I said, what do you mean? He goes, as an actor, you suck. Well, thank you very much. I suck you as much as you want. I am your servant, chakera nokera. And then it goes like, so seriously, have you thought of doing stand-up comedy? So I'm here doing stand-up comedy for you, ladies and gentlemen.